This Halloween, Marvel Studios decided to gift us with a Disney Plus horror special that would be sure to give us fear on a level we thought was impossible. Scares that would scar us for life. And oh boy, did they deliver. I am, of course, talking about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.
Is that not clear? Is that not clear?
Now I, like all of you, was caught off guard by this horror revelation. The trailers didn't hint at how scary this show would be at all. This is not some comedic legal show. This is a psychological horror created to give its audience severe lifelong trauma over how scary it is. And it all started with episode 1, which delivered a truly frightening moment out of nowhere that left me shaking to my core.
I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
That is an Avengers level threat.
I'm disappointed. Listen carefully, okay? I think you're wrong. Which part? All of it.
Without warning, Jennifer Walters delivers a line that nearly killed me over how frightening it was. How could she say something like that to Bruce Banner after everything he's been through due to his rage? Truly horrifying stuff, Marvel. I'm impressed. That line gave me several sleepless nights. But eventually, I recovered. And I hope you all did as well, because that was just the warm-up. It only gets scarier from here. Now, to my surprise, following episode 1's traumatic moment, for a while all was calm. All was peaceful. Episodes 2 and 3 were very relaxed. No jump scares, no fearful moments, nothing. So as the credits to episode 3 rolled, I did something that I'm going to regret for the rest of my life. I let my guard down.
No.
I'm so sorry.
And I was severely punished for it.
You've taken your eye off the ball.
Every single person who signed off on this scene's inclusion is going straight to hell. No exceptions. You know, it's moments like these where you really get to see how terrible people can be, since they made this after all.
Thanos should have killed all of us.
I'm down for some scares and frights, Marvel, but this is taking it way too far. The human eye was not meant to handle such high levels of visual pain that episode 3's post-credit scene gave us. So, as a result, due to my guard being down, I wasn't able to react fast enough to having my eyes assaulted by She-Hulk, causing me to go blind for a week.
I can't see! I can't see! I can't see!
What have you done?
What have you done?
Now you would think that after multiple traumatic experiences, I would stop watching the show, as any normal person would. And you know, I really thought about doing just that.
It's not too late. You can still go home. Back to your life. Attaboy.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Unfortunately, common sense didn't prevail, and I moved on to episode 4. Now, in the first 3 episodes, we dealt with fear that targeted our hearing and eyesight. But in episode 4, the target shifted to somewhere no one expected. She-Hulk decided to target our minds.
She's trying to get in their heads.
Sorceress! Fortify your mind!
That's the warning that should have been given before the episode began, but it was not. You see, Tatiana Maslany, to me, is objectively attractive. She just is. But then episode 4 came along and shattered this completely, telling us that Jennifer Walters isn't just ugly, but that she's the ugliest woman in the world, which is why she gets 0 matches on Tinder, since any other woman would be getting matches no matter what. Hell, if Guro has taught me anything, it's that dead girls would even get matches. So this plotline of Jen getting 0 really sent me down the rabbit hole of madness and despair. For if Tatiana Maslany is the ugliest woman to ever exist, then what else has been a lie to me?
How many other lies have I been told by the council?
But despite She-Hulk's best efforts to destroy my mind, I managed to survive. That didn't stop them from attempting to drive me insane by repeating the Madison joke over and over again, though. Thankfully, I've seen Thor: Love and Thunder, so I'm very used to terrible jokes.
Madison with 2 N's, 1 Y, but it's not where you...
No.
I mean, come on,
No.
give it up for
No,
us.
no, no. No. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna find a home for this.
So while my mind may be kinda fucked up, I continued on into episode 5, where I was greeted with one of my greatest fears: influencers. Many will say Titania is one of the worst villains in the MCU, but I couldn't disagree more, because Titania is not a villain to She-Hulk. Titania is a villain to the audience. And if you don't see her that way,
Well, then you are lost!
influencers are a disease that continues to spread in our society at an alarming rate. They suffer from a severe case of main character syndrome. They have a huge fan base of loyal fans who would die for them. They can get away with shit that you and I couldn't. And they also randomly show up to places seeking attention.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better!
Now, after 7 episodes of She-Hulk, I had become a broken man. If you want to know what the fear factor of episode 7 was, it was fucking dying of boredom. I contemplated jumping out of my goddamn window to end my misery over how bored I was. But some way, somehow, I survived. And what was I met with in episode 8? The land of euphoria. For our hallway fighting Lord and Savior had arrived, and he did not disappoint. I'm not gonna lie, I was on my knees, waiting for the next frightening blow to send me into insanity once and for all. But when the world needed Matthew Murdock the most,
I'm here.
You came.
Looks like just in the nick of time.
I had trouble finding parking. I'm just kidding. My driver got lost.
and as soon as he'd arrived, he left us once again.
Come back, please, come back. I need you, please.
And because of how amazing he is, he answered our cries and showed up in the final episode to ensure we survived. Now, was it worth suffering through 7 episodes to get to him? Hell no. But without him, I would have gone insane over how horrifying this show was. So, honestly, I think what Marvel should do is give this guy his own show. Crazy, I know. But I think it could do extremely well. Regardless, I'm just glad this show is finally over, since I really didn't know if I was going to survive it. And listen, I know you're all wondering where the fuck Kevin is in this video, but that's a whole video topic in itself for another time, so you can look forward to that later. Until then, I'm going to go seek therapy to get over all this She-Hulk trauma.
The nightmares. Finally.
Master! I have... It's It's very bad news.
Shifu. There is just news. There is no good or bad.
I have someone here that I'd like you all to meet. This is my son, Scar.
Oh! What is that? Oh! Who?
What's what?
That!
What is that?
That is bad news.